Drive like a pro, think, react, drive smart. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we will check how well you know traffic rules. I have prepared for you some interesting and slightly tricky traffic situations that any driver can face. So get comfortable, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, write in the comments how many right answers you got. Now let's look at the next situation. You are driving on a wide road with several lanes and a physical or painted divider separating traffic directions. This could be a 4-lane divided roadway or a one-way road with multiple lanes going in the same direction. In such situations, road markings play a crucial role in helping drivers understand the boundaries of the roadway and stay in the correct position. One of the most important markings you will see here is a solid yellow line. To answer correctly, you need to understand where this line is placed and what it represents on divided or one-way roads. Question: on a 4-lane divided roadway or a one-way road, a solid yellow line usually marks answer 1, the right edge of the pavement; answer 2, the end of the roadway; answer 3, the left edge of the pavement; answer 4, the center of the roadway. Detailed explanation. Answer 3, the left edge of the pavement. Correct. On a 4-lane divided roadway or a one-way road, a solid yellow line is commonly used to mark the left edge of the pavement. This line shows drivers where the roadway ends on the left side and helps them maintain proper lane position. This marking is especially important because it clearly separates your roadway from a median, divider, or opposing traffic area. It helps prevent drivers from drifting too far left, which could lead to dangerous situations. It improves lane discipline, especially at night or in poor visibility conditions. It provides a visual guide when road edges are hard to see due to weather or lighting. On divided highways, the yellow line often runs next to the median or grass strip, clearly indicating that traffic beyond it is not part of your driving space. Answer 1, the right edge of the pavement. Incorrect. The right edge of the pavement is typically marked by a solid white line, not yellow. White lines are generally used to separate lanes moving in the same direction or to mark the right edge of the roadway. Answer 2, the end of the roadway. Incorrect. A solid yellow line does not indicate the end of the roadway. It only marks a boundary within the road system, not where driving ends completely. Answer 4, the center of the roadway. Incorrect. On two-way roads without a divider, yellow lines may mark the center. However, on divided roadways or one-way roads, the center is not marked by a single solid yellow line. Instead, the yellow line is used specifically to define the left edge of the driving surface. Summary: understanding road markings is essential for safe driving. On multi-lane divided roads and one-way streets, a solid yellow line helps drivers recognize the left boundary of the roadway, keeping traffic organized and reducing the risk of lane departure or collisions. Final answer: the left edge of the pavement. Now let's look at the next situation. You are driving on a regular city street and notice a vehicle ahead of you with a bright triangular emblem mounted on the rear. The triangle has a reflective red border in an orange center, making it clearly visible even from a distance. This symbol is specifically designed to warn other road users about the vehicle's characteristics and driving behavior. Such vehicles often move much slower than normal traffic, so recognizing this sign in time is very important for safety. Question: this emblem on the rear of a vehicle indicates that the vehicle doesn't normally exceed answer 1, 35 miles per hour, answer 2, 65 miles per hour, answer 3, 55 miles per hour, answer 4, 25 miles per hour. Detailed explanation. Answer 4, 25 miles per hour. Correct. This triangular emblem is known as a slow-moving vehicle sign. It is used on vehicles that are not designed to travel faster than 25 miles per hour under normal conditions. These vehicles may include farm equipment, construction machinery, road maintenance vehicles, or other special-purpose vehicles. The purpose of this sign is to warn other drivers in advance that the vehicle ahead may be moving significantly slower than expected. This gives you time to reduce your speed safely, increase following distance, decide whether passing is safe and legal, avoid sudden braking or sharp maneuvers, Because the vehicle cannot go faster than 25 miles per hour, it may become an unexpected obstacle, especially on roads where traffic usually moves much faster. Answer 1, 35 miles per hour. Incorrect. While 35 miles per hour is slower than typical traffic, the slow-moving vehicle emblem is reserved specifically for vehicles that do not exceed 25 miles per hour, not 35. Answer 2, 65 miles per hour. Incorrect. A vehicle capable of 65 miles per hour would be moving at highway speed and would not require a slow-moving vehicle warning. This option completely contradicts the purpose of the emblem. Answer 3, 55 miles per hour. Incorrect. Just like 65 miles per hour, this speed is normal for many roads. Vehicles traveling at this speed do not need a special warning sign on the rear. Why this sign matters? Drivers who fail to recognize this emblem may approach too quickly, especially on rural or suburban roads. This increases the risk of rear-end collisions, dangerous passing attempts, sudden braking, and loss of control. The bright triangular shape and reflective colors are designed to catch your attention early, even in poor visibility conditions. Summary. This rear emblem clearly tells you that the vehicle ahead is a slow-moving vehicle and does not normally exceed 25 miles per hour. When you see this sign, slow down, stay alert, and pass only when it is safe to do so. Final answer. The vehicle doesn't normally exceed 25 miles per hour. Now let's look at the next situation. You are driving and suddenly notice that your vehicle is not working properly. It may be making unusual noises, losing power, or a warning light has come on. You understand that continuing to drive could be dangerous for you and for other road users, so you decide that you need to stop and deal with the problem. At this moment, the most important thing is safety, not repairs, not warning signals, but getting yourself and your vehicle out of danger as quickly as possible. Question. If you are having vehicle trouble and need to stop, what is the first thing you should do? Answer 1. Lift the hood to signal an emergency. Answer 2. Check your driver's manual for help. Answer 3. Pull off the road and move away from traffic. Answer 4. Stop your vehicle over a hill or just around a curve. Detailed explanation. Answer 3. Pull off the road and move away from traffic. Correct. When your vehicle has a problem, the first and most critical action is to get out of the flow of traffic. Staying on the roadway puts you at serious risk of being hit by passing vehicles, especially at high speeds. The safest approach is to signal and carefully pull off the road to the shoulder or another safe area. Stop as far away from moving traffic as possible. If it is safe to do so, move yourself and any passengers away from the road. Once you are in a safe location, you can then think about warning other drivers, checking your vehicle, or calling for help. Safety always comes before everything else. Answer 1. Lift the hood to signal an emergency. Incorrect. Lifting the hood can help indicate that your vehicle is disabled, but this should never be the first step. Doing this while still on or near the roadway does not protect you from fast-moving traffic. Warning signals are only useful after you are safely off the road. Answer 2. Check your driver's manual for help. Incorrect. Looking at the driver's manual may help you understand the problem, but it does nothing to protect you from immediate danger. Reading a manual while stopped in traffic or in an unsafe location can be extremely risky. Answer 4. Stop your vehicle over a hill or just around a curve. Incorrect. Stopping in these locations is very dangerous because other drivers cannot see you in time to react. This greatly increases the risk of a serious collision. If possible, always stop where your vehicle is clearly visible. Summary. When your vehicle has trouble, your top priority is getting out of traffic and away from danger. Only after you are safely stopped should you take additional steps, such as using warning signals, inspecting the vehicle, or calling for assistance. Final answer. Pull off the road and move away from traffic. Subscribe and never miss traffic rules lessons.